Welcome to the Sunday morning simulcast for RomWills.com, and I'm your host, Rom Wills. The Benefits of Solitude. And I want to give a special shout out to a young man, Jeffrey Brundy Jr., for suggesting this topic. And I was actually going to do it in one of my regular videos, but I was like, you know what, this is perfect for a Sunday morning simulcast. The benefits of solitude. You know what? I'm going to tell a story. I remember back in the day, lived with this young lady, right? And you know, things happened. We broke up. And then, really for the first time in my life, I had my own living space. I didn't have a roommate, family, anything. I was by myself. I got so much accomplished in that time. Man, that was in fact, the amount of things, the amount of work, the amount of productivity I had in that period was probably set the tone for everything I'm doing now, set the tone for the rest of my life. That's because I had solitude. It wasn't like a total period because, that was a period of a few years, but I was just by myself living. But I had the freedom to not have to deal with somebody else's stuff or their personalities or anything. And I had the freedom just to sit there, and if I wanted to veg out for a month or just meditate for a month, I could do it. All men need to have that period where they by themselves. All women too, all people. I'm going to say all people, right? All people need to have that period where they don't have to deal with somebody else's stuff. Because when you're living with somebody or you're dealing with somebody on a consistent basis, or even people out here, you like it or not, you have to adjust yourself somewhat. No one goes through and just does what they want to do. Even if they're a dominant person, they still got to adjust themselves. One, there's always somebody more dominant, even if it's just a supervisor or something like that, or someone you're going to give some deference to, like an elder. But it's great to just be by yourself because one thing, you can think about things. You can focus. That's why if you look at the stories of many great spiritual masters, they always had a period where they were by themselves. Whether it was Moses, whether it was Jesus in the desert, whether it was Muhammad in the caves, and other spiritual leaders throughout history, there was always a period where they just were off to themselves. That way you can really think, you can cleanse yourself, you can really think about your place in the universe. And you can also focus on what you want to do. See, the problem is when you're dealing with a lot of people, you're always around a lot of people. Like I said, you gotta to some extent cooperate with them, and you're exchanging ideas with, you're interacting with them. You can't really focus on just yourself. Now, I did a video recently about being happily single, and the whole thing with that is being happy within yourself before dealing with another human being. But see, that's part of the thing with solitude. You can learn yourself. You can figure out, you can get entertained with yourself. See, a lot of people feel like they have to always be around somebody. They always have to interact. And there's some deep aspects to that and that's some people, some people perfectly cool being introverted. And this is not to say being introverted is better than extroverted, but regardless of where you're at, you need to be that person who is comfortable being by yourself, enjoying it. Sometimes, hey, you know what? Even if you married or something, take a vacation somewhere. Take a vacation by yourself. Go someplace. Just travel. Just leave the family. They all right. They can deal without you for a week. Shoot, go to a retreat center. You don't have to be anything place fancy. You can go. They have retreat centers where you can just go and relax. You can just go do what you want to do. You can do that, or or even if you are married, you're in a relationship, have a little room. Have your own room. If you're a man cave, a woman cave, or whatever they're gonna call it. Have that time, just that space where you in there. And some dudes have that, with the whole man cave thing. And it's not just partying, but some dudes say, look, I just got my little space where I can just go in here and chill. I don't have to hear your stuff, And it doesn't have to, and a period of solitude, it don't have to be, it don't have to be a long time. Shoot, it could be a half an hour someplace. It could just be walking. You can do something just where you just with you and your own thoughts. But the benefits are, it is your thoughts. You can think about stuff. You can concentrate. Shoot, go to a park. One thing I used to do, when I used to work in downtown D.C., right? There was a park I used to always stop in on my way back from work. I had to walk to the bus stop or something. And I would just sit there. I would just be like, all right, I'm just going to sit here and relax. It could be a half an hour or something. Or sometimes I might do it at lunchtime, go find a park and just sit there. And everybody could walk around. It's like you can think about something, you can recharge. And everybody should do that. Everybody should do that. You don't have that clutter, or you don't have people constantly pulling on you for something. And during these periods of solitude, once your mind clears up, and then you can, like I said, you can focus on whatever you want, but you can get it done. It's kind of like this. Let me use the analogy of food. If all you do is eat, you just constantly stuffing your face full of food, you really, first of all, it makes you drowsy because your body wants to digest it. You can't get anything done. But your body's overtaxing itself. Well, when you're encountering everything, when you're taking in all this music, noise, people talking, everything, that's a form of food because it's feeding your spirit. And sometimes it's too much. You're gorging yourself. You don't have time to digest everything. Take some time out. Shoot. You can even just get quiet. I've told people get in the habit of meditating. Just emptying your mind or something. Right? That's a bit of solitude right there. But, however you do it, look for it. Find a way. I understand if you're in a relationship, you got kids, hey, that's cool, but find some time. And if you're not in a relationship, you don't have kids, that's the best time. And the even better time is once you get out of a relationship. There's a lot of people once they in a once that relationship ends, they go out and try to find somebody else right away. And I'm just like, nah, once you get out of it, take some time to yourself. Chill out. That's the worst thing people do is jump in bed with somebody right away. Just sit back, relax, think about things or don't think about things, And in solitude too, it don't always have to be about meditation or pondering things. You could be working. You can find a project that you like, a hobby that you like to do. Get some reading done. Whatever you like to do. Like I like to read, so when I'm by myself, like the incense, put the jazz on and just read something. Just really get into it. So yeah. That's it. It's beneficial. It's something that you want to do. You want to find some periods to do it. Find a way. I'm just going to say that. Find a way. Everybody needs it. Everybody needs that time to themselves. To go forward, to do whatever. To really ponder things. So, anyway, that's it for today. Everybody keep rising and transforming. Peace and blessings.